and speculation that in order to get Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and James Harden to the Brooklyn Nets, that pretty much they would be allowed to do whatever they want. We kind of got a real good taste of that by having Steve Nash as the coach and Kyrie Irving basically just playing whenever he wanted to play this season. I mean, like, whenever he wanted to play. Like, bro was partying and just said, shit, I ain't going to play tomorrow. I'm getting fucked up. But there's a lot of other things we didn't know about. And I want you guys to listen to this and just pay close attention.
The power has reached a point where these brands and these economies, these guys are answering to largely no one.
Yeah, a very high-ranking official with the Nets who had a lot to do with the money said basically there's a blank check as soon as these guys got here, whether that's buying a girlfriend or a girlfriend on the side, a house in California for a week, whether that's just putting up money for the boys and the homeboys and equipment for random shit. They're totally cool with that. And so I think that's what makes the Nets a modern franchise, is not their fancy practice facility or their defensive schemes. It's just that they're willing to put up with this. And maybe the Clippers weren't able to do that when they kind of pulled that, clean sweep 2.0 that weekend 2 years ago. And so they've had some difficulty transitioning to that, where Ty Lue comes in and kind of does what Steve Nash has had to do, is just be like, okay, whatever, let him hoop and figure out some sets and we'll get these guys healthy in a room together.
The power has reached a point where these...
Wow. Maybe a lot of the league should follow suit in this. Nah, JK.
Forgive me, I don't think I understood. What do you mean buying a girlfriend a house?
Just renting a house on the team dime. These guys don't pay for a lot of personal stuff themselves. And so the financial team of the Nets would kind of come every week or so. They'd be like, okay, like, we thought we had this under control. We got to redo the budgets every week. And they were like, it was just a new thing every damn time.
I haven't heard any of this stuff. Now, you've done hundreds of interviews, and this is a thoroughly reported thing. You're an award-winning editor from Bleacher Report and Esquire. The things you're saying, though, that seems, among other things, that seems like a salary cap violation. I don't believe you're allowed to just rent girlfriends' homes on the team's dime. That sounds like something that, when people find out about it, is going to incur penalties. That's not kosher, I don't think.
There's a lot of things that the Nets do that aren't kosher. There's a reason they have this kind of Kremlin-esque wall around everything they do. During the middle of COVID, they were working out half the team, well, really Kyrie, KD, and their friends on the team out in Kobe's old gym in California. You weren't allowed to do that during COVID. You had to have all these strict protocols, one coach, one this, masks, gloves on while you touch the basketball. But they were running like a secret camp the whole time, trying to get KD and Kyrie in shape. And from what I understand, from what some people told me, is also articulating who they wanted on this team, kind of puppeteering, watching some of these young guns in the bubble, basically letting them lose and figuring out who they wanted to keep on the super team. All the while Kyrie's painting and saging and tweeting or Instagram posting manifestos about Black Lives Matter and why he doesn't believe in that mainstream movement from his car outside of Kobe's gym before he goes and does these secret runs with what would become the super team, including James Harden, who ended up in that gym too while they formed this team on Election Day while Chris Paul was also around.
Now, that is a reporter that works for Bleacher, and I don't know if you guys know anything about Bleacher reporting, but they are very accurate. And I do believe this because the NBA is so Illuminati is not funny. Like, they get away with a lot of stuff they don't want you to know about. And it's not just the NBA, it's all sports. So there you have it, people. Yeah, you getting the NBA is more than just being the NBA. It's a brotherhood. I'll leave it at that. Like this video, leave your comments, and subscribe.